Welcome to Nugget 63 with Steve Groman. Today, we're going to take you to Eastern California on a geology experiment of sorts, right?
We had a good time out there. It's always good to go out that way.
Absolutely. So tell them about what we did and why we did what we did.
We were out in California. We're up next to Mount Whitney, which is the tallest point in the continental United States. It's in a mountain chain. The interesting thing is the Bible says, talking about the time of the flood, that the mountains rose and the valleys sank down. So these mountains were not there before the flood, so they came in during the flood. So we thought, let's go up there and let's just get some good video and good pictures of them. But as they say, pictures never do justice, but it's a lot neater than it even shows up in the video.
And it was really nice weather down in the valley, and then we actually drove out Onion Valley Road into where the Mount Kearsarge Trail starts and the John Muir Wilderness goes. And it started snowing on us. It was sort of pass at your own risk that day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it kind of was. We pulled over at one of the pullouts just so we could get a panoramic view of this because, you know, the winding roads up the mountains are always good, but they just provide such a unique view. Every couple of 100 feet, it almost seems. And it was snowing on us a little bit. Going up this windy pass, we were going up Onion Valley Road, and we found a pullout. So we just decided we're going to just stop here, and we're going to just get some video of the mountains and of the valleys. And so here we're seeing some mountains that rose during the time of Noah's flood. So it is kind of cool when you think about it in that context. The Bible says, "Thou coverest it with a deep as with a garment. The water stood above the mountains. At the voice of thy thunder, they hasted away. They go up by the mountains, they go down by the valleys." In Old English phrase, the mountains rise up and the valleys sink down. It's exactly what we see here. We're standing on top of something that happened at the time of Noah's flood.
Here's a view at the very top, and this is the beginning of the Kearsarge Trail, one of the oldest trails in the United States. It's a pack mule train trail into the mountains, into the John Muir Wilderness. It's actually historically and beautifully amazing. And then on our way down, the road is not maintained during the winter because it sort of would be futile. Here's a little video of what happens along the roadway.
Should we tell them what we saw a couple of years ago when we were up that way?
Sure.
We were up near the top, and we decided we're just going to start heading back down. So we pulled over where we could hear and see some water running. So we stopped there. We got out so we could take some pictures. And all of a sudden, I am hearing a helicopter in the distance. We just said, listen to this. Let's wait here a second. So it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And all of a sudden, here comes this helicopter. I mean, he is just down low, and he's got this cable hanging beneath him, and he's got like a ball of something on there. We're looking at that thing and said, what in the world is he doing? Thinking hauling up supplies for a pack mule trainer. Well, as he got really close, we saw it was a bighorn sheep that he was carrying back up there that had found its way all the way down into town. So they captured the guy and they hauled him back up on this big sling hanging up underneath the thing. So it was really funny.
Yeah, as the aircraft got closer, we could see the horns and the legs of the sheep just hanging down from the canvas container. That poor sheep. Actually, that whole area is called the Bighorn Sheep Zoological Area. And we consider this a once-in-a-lifetime sighting, isn't it?
Yeah, we may never see something like that again. Never had before.
Now we're going to take you up Whitney Portal Road. Partway, they have the road closed because the road was not cleared, and they're not worrying about that at this time of year. So we pulled over here and took this beautiful video for you.
In Psalm 104 we read, "Thou coverest it with a deep as with a garment. The water stood above the mountains. At thy rebuke they fled. At the voice of thy thunder they hasted away. They go up by the mountains, they go down by the valleys." That up by the mountains, down by the valleys, literally means the mountains rose and the valleys sank down unto the place which thou hast founded for them. We are standing in something that took place midway through Noah's flood.
That's Mount Whitney, the tallest mountain in the continental United States. Mount Whitney was named for California state geologist Josiah Dwight Whitney in 1864. It is the highest point in the lower 48 at 14,494 feet. Physically, in Sequoia National Park, Mount Whitney is located on the eastern slope along the park boundary with the Inyo National Forest and can only be seen from Owens Valley. The snow-capped peaks of the Great Western Divide prevent it from being seen from the west. Larger than the entire Alps, the Sierra Nevada range is 400 miles long and 60 to 80 miles wide. In tomorrow's Nugget, we will talk about Owens Valley and the geologic features that are found throughout the valley, including a tremendous amount of volcanic material. By the way, here are a few valley residents that we hung out with for a while. They are so cute. Anyway, thank you again for joining us. And thank you to those of you who join and watch our Facebook Lives on Sundays and on Tuesdays. On Sundays at 2 p.m. Central Time, Steve presents a creation seminar lesson. And on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central, Steve does a walk in faith lesson. Please spread the word. So we are depending on you guys out there and our new listening audience to help support this ministry. Thank you very much.